Yes, beautiful music is just what we need this morning because I'll tell you what, my co-host for 11th Hour Radio is not here with me. And that was a complete surprise. So, excuse me while I fuss with my levels just a little bit. You know, she's my co-pilot, and usually she's here to help me. So it's kind of hard to see where my levels are at when I'm separated from some of this gear. But there, looks pretty good, actually. So, I know you're disappointed. I am disappointed. No one is more disappointed than myself that Emily is not here this morning. And it's kind of a miracle that I'm here because I don't have my snow tires on yet. And living up at the elevation of 1,900 feet, we had a pretty significant snow event this morning. But I came here prepared to tell you, to share with Emily the mighty Subaru story of my Friday, which is that Subaru with summer tires just came down the hill like a charm. You just put it in first gear and it's okay. Now, unfortunately, that's not exactly what happened to Emily. She also has a mighty Subaru, but this morning it was not so mighty. I drove into the parking lot here and suddenly my cell phone, got reception again. And it was Emily telling me that she had slid off the road, but she's fine. She's fine. Oh, yeah, I'm reading here what she's communicating with me. Now, this is an interesting idea. She says, I heard you turn up your laptop. Well, yes, I did, because I realized when the theme song went on that my volume wasn't up, and that's part of being a slacker DJ. That's how it goes for us. But, Emily, if you're there and you're actually listening to the show, we could do this show via Facebook Messenger. Okay, so exactly, she says, hey, we can do the show like this. This is awesome. If I can type fast enough. Now, how are you going to be able to tell, like, who's me and who's her? That's going to be, Emily, do you have an idea about that? We can't really color code it. Well, she's pretty good at typing. She's a writer professionally, so let's see what she comes up with. Anyway, my Subaru was fantastic. I don't know about going back up, but at least it's raining now. So we had, I would say we had 8 inches to a foot of snow up at my place. So, okay, so Emily just said this is definitely not awesome, but ... maybe funny. Yeah. It's not funny to get here and realize that your co-host is not here and you actually have, you have not thought through how you're going to be on the radio by yourself. But she says, your Subaru kicks my Subaru in the butt. Yeah, obviously. I've been complaining about my Subaru all year, so I take it back. I take it all back. But I just wanted to say that the thing that I love about my Subaru the most is the temperature control, or the temperature, not the temperature control, the temperature tells you what the outside temperature is. Because in this kind of weather, you absolutely have to know if it's 32, 31, or 33, or 34, because that will tell you something about the road surface. And all the way down here, I was checking that temperature to try to figure out, okay, can I get up to speed? Okay, so what does she say now? She says, this is definitely not awesome, blah, blah, blah. She thinks that my driving kicks butt. Thanks. That you might have been the first person who ever said that. My kids always used to say I drove too slow. But, yeah, Emily, what gear were you in when you were coming down your hill? Because I think she went off at the bottom of her road before she even hit pavement. And that's really where the worst of it was. It was on these dirt roads that had slush, heavy wet snow and slush. So while she's trying to figure out what gear she was in, she said first gear. She was in first gear. She says, I haven't driven stick shift in 10 years. She was in first gear. Okay. Well, I don't know what happened. I don't know. You want to tell us what happened? Yeah, she never made it to the pavement. That's the way it is sometimes. So it was kind of a dirt road phenomenon. And I realized as I drove into the law school parking lot, this person was crossing in front of me, and I slowed down, and I saw her staring at me like kind of not rude, but I just thought, why is she staring at me and smiling? So I smiled back, and then I realized that there's a foot of snow on the top of my car, and there's a few cars in the parking lot that have snow on, but you have to come out of the hills to have that kind of impressive effect. Okay, Emily explains that she hit the brakes. Yeah, I told myself not to use the brakes, but I did. I got a little nervous at one point, and I just pumped them a little bit. Yeah, she says, first piece of advice my father ever gave me about winter driving is never use the brakes. Yeah. And so what happened? You didn't listen to him? That's exactly the advice my father gave me too, but oh my God, it's snowing harder up here now, she says. Yeah, it was really coming down at my place. But it's raining here, Emily. It's let's see. It was raining. It was raining starting about Tunbridge. It started to rain. But okay, the other thing that I thought of how to deal with this very unusual situation where it's just me sitting in front of a microphone being really boring and stupid is that this could be a call-in show. I think I can reach the phone. I think I can put the speakerphone on. So I'm going to give you folks the phone number, and that includes you, Emily. If you did want to call in, we could try this. The phone number here is 802-763. What is that? God, somebody has terrible handwriting. 2700 763-2700, I think. And I'm just going to move this other mic into position. Oh, God. Come on, you. You know, the trick with things like this, it is not to turn it into your worst nightmare, which is the first impulse is just to say, oh my God, I have to go on and I have absolutely nothing to say. I'm just kind of a blank slate without my brilliant co-host. But you have to just overcome that. You have to realize that there's a lot of people trying to connect in the world, and that you're just sort of in an interesting time and place to be a nexus for some of that communication. So here I am. All right, wait, Emily sent me another message. Let's see. She says, at least I have cats now, hence the godsend of kitty litter. Maybe we'll just go into that a little deeper. She says, last night, one of the cats was waiting in the toilet, and I took him out. 5 minutes later, he was laying in our dish drain. Unhygienic? Question mark. Okay, somebody's calling. Let's see what happens here. Hello.
Hi.
Hi. Well, wait. Let me put you on speakerphone. Hold on. Okay.
Am I on?
I think you actually are. I'm just going to get the mic a little bit closer.
Hey. Oh God, this is weird because it's totally delayed. I've got to shut off the radio part.
Yeah, you do. Is that Emily?
Yes.
Whoa, fantastic. Yeah. Now, can you hear me? Because I'm not that.
I can totally hear you.
Okay, good.
Oh, cats are jumping on me. Okay, I'm good.
So, how's your nervous system?
Oh Jesus.
So, tell us a story from your own mouth.
I got up this morning. It was snowing. John had to sub, and I said, "Which car are you taking?" Because my old Subaru that got crushed by the tree is the one with the studded good tires on it, and my new Subaru, which is stick shift and I'm not so great driving it yet, has bad summer tires on it, and I don't like to drive it. And John said, I'm going to take the old clunky one, he said, because it's about to turn to rain, the plow truck's going to be through soon, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
So at 7:30 this morning, he left when it was still really snowy up here.
Right.
Or so he thought. Goes down the hill with the good Subaru. I do all the chores. It's snowing harder. It's snowing harder. The horses are miserable. The animals are miserable. I'm miserable. And it's still snowing, still snowing, still snowing. I finally say, all right, I'm going to give myself like 45 minutes to go really slow.
They said it was going to rain. They said it. I was expecting rain too, and I just kept watching that snow coming down and saying,
It's still, I can barely see outside. It's snowing like full on late January blizzard.
Yeah, it's a whiteout.
Anyway, so I get in the first gear down to the bottom of my driveway, tap the brakes for the little corner, and I slide off toward the neighbor's field. Luckily, it wasn't too steep. It's fun. I couldn't get it out, so I hiked home. I got some kitty litter. I was able to get it out, and then as I sort of revved to try to get a little speed for a little bump, I spun sort of sideways, and I said, that is it.
Yeah.
I'm going to die.
I understand.
So I came eking back home. I had to actually get out and put kitty litter on the driveway a couple times just to get up a few spots. So,
wow.
Can I be...
I feel for you.
You don't. I feel so bad. You made it.
No, I know. I just totally did not expect to make it, but I did.
Oh
And yeah, there you have it. Well, Emily, what kind of animal are you?
Like my spirit animal? What do you mean?
Well, like if you were to say what animal you thought you were like, what would it be?
Maybe like a toad.
A toad?
I don't know. I just like toads, okay? That wasn't a good answer.
Okay, yeah. I mean, sometimes this is something that somebody else has to tell you.
Yeah, what do I seem like? I'm something kind of skitsy, like that.
Well, you could be like a deer a little bit.
Yeah.
You have that litheness to you, and sort of, your eyes are always looking around.
I'm hearing a weird beeping noise.
Yeah, I hear it from, I don't think it's on this side.
That's weird. I also hear a crash from upstairs in my house, so I'll be right back in 1 second.
Okay.
I think tipped over a glass.
Okay.
Are you still there?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll be right back.
Okay. Yeah, never a dull moment at her house, really. I can hear, this is so cool. We should do it this way, more often. That way she could sleep in. I don't mind getting up early. I don't mind doing all the work,
Okay.
Okay, great.
Whoa, that noise is weird.
Yeah, I know what it is. It's some kind of feedback from your phone, maybe.
What?
Feedback from your phone. Yeah, it is.
It's doing it when I talk.
That's really, really annoying.
What the heck?
It's kind of
a robot.
It's kind of like the electric fence that I hear on my phone. You have it's a landline, right?
Oh, it's gone now.
Oh.
I think.
Did you take off some jewelry? Or did you unplug something?
No.
Huh. Okay.
I'm sitting kind of near my laptop, though. Maybe that's doing it.
Okay,
Anyway,
well...
the cat's tipping over the water glass that is in the bathroom with the toothbrushes in it. You know what's weird also about these stupid cats?
What?
So I wear contacts, and every time I put my contacts, I sometimes leave the little contact cases on the sink, and the cats go and they lick out all the contact solution, which is probably really gross and bad because it's salty and saline-y, and I think it...
They like the salt.
Gives you diarrhea.
Yeah, they like the salt. They don't know that there's other weird stuff in there.
Yeah, it doesn't seem smart.
Yeah, like what they do to chickens, in chicken farms. Right?
Oh, man.
Right? I saw that.
Doing the show on the phone, even when I have a phone phobia.
I love.
Boundaries today.
This is the thing: is that we are going to overcome our fears, and this is the weird way that we've chosen to do it. I mean, karma is just an odd thing.
Well, we always wondered if we could do it this way.
Yeah, we did.
And we never did it because it seemed stupid. But if we have to, we have to.
Yeah, I think it's part of our bag of tricks.
Some trick.
Yeah, some trick.
Oh,
Yes.
Now we're not going to get to have toasted cheese sandwiches, though.
Well, maybe it'll turn to rain by the time the show is over, and you can... Oh, is your car still stuck?
No, it's up here, but...
Okay, well, just keep it open as a possibility.
We're terrified.
No, you know what you did wrong.
I know.
You know.
But how can you help but touch the brakes? Like you feel
you
going fast. You want to go slower.
Yeah, but did you just lightly tap them?
I kind of did, I think. I don't know.
Well, just go to the...
It's confusing with the stick shift because I don't know whether, when to use the clutch.
You don't have to. Just keep it in first. Let her go. Just let her go and then tap. Or don't tap. But stay on the side of the road where you're not going to go off in the field.
Well, the field is better than like a bank, so I usually aim for the area of the least terror.
Yes, I understand.
Why are all the roads in this town like stupid little goat trails on the side of the mountain? It's straight up on one side and straight down on the other side. Why do they do that?
Well, that's how we keep the Flatlanders at bay.
Oh my God, I feel like one today.
Yeah.
What's wrong with me?
Well, there's a little Flatlander in everybody, so it's cool.
Oh, it's doing it again.
Oh, man. Well, here's something else, is I got in here and I'm sort of scrambling around trying to figure out how I'm going to do the show without you. And
it wasn't challenging enough.
Yeah, right. And I could not find a plug to plug my computer in because all the plugs in the power strip are used up and my computer was just about out of gas. So I had to, you know how hard it is to find a place to plug something in? Yeah, there's an astrological reason for what's going on today. I know it.
Mercury is in retrograde.
Like times 10 exponential.
This sucks.
Yeah, but I wanted to tell you what kind of animal.
Oh, yeah.
Anna, we were on this long car trip last week, right?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, and
so... I don't know how any of that was yet.
Yeah, well, this is just funny. We were driving along, and, she's my daughter, and we used to do all these fun things in the car when they were little. So it popped in my head to ask her what kind of animal she thought I would be if I was an animal.
Yeah.
And so she sat there for a minute. There was a pregnant pause. And then she said, Eeyore.
A what?
Eeyore. You know what I'm talking about? Winnie the Pooh, Eeyore.
Oh, Eeyore.
That sad. What is he, a donkey?
Depressive. You're not.
Well, he's a little funny, too, in his depressiveness. He has a sense of humor about it. Yeah, he actually used to be my favorite character in that.
Cool.
Yeah, I liked Linus also.
The what?
Linus.
Linus? He's not on Winnie the Pooh.
No, I know, but I'm just thinking of all of my favorite characters
Linus
now.
is very wise. He's the one who always has the little, like, wisdom to bring to the table. Oh.
Yeah, exactly. So I just thought that was funny.
Charlie Brown is just a whiner.
Right, and there's a little bit of a whiner in all of us.
That's true.
So we can relate to that, but there has to be some wisdom applied at some point, or we would all just fall in the gutter.
Lucy's just a... No, wait, not Lucy. Yeah, Lucy. She's like
a niggler.
Terrifying.
She's a you know what.
Yep. I was gonna say it. Does it count?
Yes, you can't say it at home.
On the radio if I'm on the phone.
Yeah, you can't say it at home.
Oh, yeah, I'm in the comfort and privacy of my own home.
Yeah.
Can I swear here?
Yes, you can. Off camera, you can swear.
Anyway.
Yeah, so...
He has his tail nailed onto his butt.
Right, of course, because pin the tail on the donkey.
Oh, right. I never got that.
Yeah. It's kind of sick.
Huh. He's always losing it.
Yeah.
And it's very depressing.
Yeah, but he was a fine man. Well, I hate to tell you this, but it's time for a track of music already. I mean, we're having so much fun.
Oh, no, right? Because, when we play music, that's when we talk about all the private stuff that the listeners can hear.
So I just have to remember to turn off your microphone.
Oh, God, wait. Will people still be able to hear this?
I hope not.
Okay.
But you could
right, you rig it up.
You could do a little self-censor. Okay, I've got a track of music here called Mad Tom. It's Robert Resnik with a crazy old song. Let's see if I can get it going. Huh. Thought I could get it going. It's not going.
Well, this feels familiar.
Actually, it is going. I see the numbers going by. Oh, I know what my problem is. Yeah, this is just typical. Thank God in my recording studio, nobody's watching me most of the time. I mean, I do get a little freaked out sometimes when people are there actually with me when I'm doing what I do. Because, well, a lot of times I can hide my issues. But, okay, this issue had to do with a button, but I have since corrected it, so here we go.
For to see Mad Tom of Bedlam, 10,000 years I'd travel. Mad Maudlin goes on dirty toes to save her shoes from gravel. Still I sing bonny boys, the bonny mad boys. Bedlam boys are bonny, for they all go bare and they live by the air. And they want no drink nor money. I went down to Satan's kitchen for to get me food one morning, and there I got souls piping hot, all on the spit a-turning. Still I sing bonny boys, the bonny bad boys. Bedlam boys are bonny, for they all go bare and they live by the air, and they want no drink nor money. The spirits white as lightning shall on me travels guide me. The moon would quake and the stars would shake whenever they espied me. Still I sing bonny boys, bonny mad boys. Bedlam boys are bonny, for they all go bare and they live by the air, and they want no drink nor money. The Staffers murder giants, and a hag a long knife carries, for to cut mince pies from children's thighs, with which to feed the fairies. Still I sing bonny boys, the bonny mad boys. The Bedlam boys are bonny, for they all go bare and they live by the air, and they want no drink nor money. a man in the moon to a powder. His staff I'll break, his dog I'll bake. They'll howl no demon louder. Still I sing, bonny boys, the bonny bad boys. Bedlam boys are bonny, for they all go bare and they live by the air. And they want no drink nor money, no gypsy, slut, nor doxy shall win my mad Tom from me. I'll weep all night and the stars I'll fight, and the fray will well become me. Still I sing, bonny boys, the bonny bad boys. Bedlam boys are bonny, for they all go bare and they live by the air. And they want no drink nor money, but to see Mad Tom of Bedlam. 10,000 years I'll travel. Mad Maudlin goes on dirty toes to save her shoes from gravel. Still I sing, bonny boys, the bonny mad boys. Bedlam boys are bonny, for they all go bare and they live by the air. And they want no drink nor money.
That was cool. That was Robert Resnik. He recorded that. Yep, we did that up at my studio. I believe I was on that track somewhere.
We haven't seen that gentleman for a while.
I know. I miss him.
And his marbles.
Yes, his fantastic marble collection. Yep.
I was going to ask him a mushroom question a while ago, but it's too late now. They're all buried. The whiteness.
What, the mushrooms? I had something to say about mushrooms. That's funny you should bring that up.
I think it's very odd. I have never seen such a wide range of mushrooms here on our property as I did this summer, ever.
Yeah, it was pretty good. It was good.
We had a drought. It was a very dry summer. In my head, mushrooms are mushy. Like, they're wet. They come from the wetness. So why would mushrooms suddenly be just, like, springing up all over the dry world?
Well, because fungus actually can be a product of dryness, because in the garden, for example, the mildew that you get on things like phlox and peonies at the end of the summer, if you're unlucky, that is exacerbated by dryness, oddly.
That is weird. Well, they should take the mush out of the name then.
The mush out of you can't take the mush out of mushroom. Come on.
If they don't grow on mush, then it just doesn't make any sense to me.
Here's what I have to say. This is my wisdom today.
We have one of those trees with, what's it called, chaga on it?
Yeah.
That big black
I know.
lump of...
Yeah, I got some. I have some.
It's really cool.
Yeah, I've got some in my kitchen that Dayve knocked off a tree with a rock from Mount...
What does it taste like? I haven't actually tasted it.
It really, it's quite a good tea. Yeah, I've got some from Mount Ascutney. It grows on yellow birch.
Well, how would you describe the flavor, though?
Like twig tea, kind of. If you've ever had kukicha.
No.
Kukicha is the twig part of green tea, of certain kinds of, or a certain kind of green tea.
Not on a twig. Does that count? Is it like tea?
Yeah, it's really quite like that. So if you like nature, you're you're gonna like chewing on it, probably. Wood is not bad. I mean, in a pinch, chewing on wood, certain kinds of wood, not bad.
Beavers do it.
Yeah, have you ever smelled inside a birch, what is that, skin something? Anyway, but what I wanted to say is that all fungi are edible, but some fungi are only edible once.
I saw that too.
See, I learned everything from Facebook. I'm such a nerd. I'm such a stupid nerd.
It's the only social outlet that I have.
Yeah, that shows you how uncreative I am. Well, you know what else I got, though? I got a nice poem to read. Would you like to hear a Kurt Vonnegut poem?
All right. It's one of his dark ones.
All right, she says. It's short.
Okay.
It is kind of dark. But this was posted on Facebook by my friend Gil Landry, who's a musician down in Nashville. Okay, so this is from Kurt Vonnegut, and it's relevant to today, which you will see. The crucified planet Earth, should it find a voice and a sense of irony, might now well say of our abuse of it, "Forgive them, Father, they know not what they do." The irony would be that we know what we're doing. When the last living thing has died on account of us, how poetical it would be if Earth could say in a voice floating up perhaps from the floor of the Grand Canyon, "It is done. People did not like it here." There you go.
Wow.
People did not like it here. Yeah, you'd think that, looking around and seeing all the destruction and, what's happening out with the pipeline disaster.
I know. And why is it snowing this bloody hard in October? Why?
Why, she says, why? Why? How's your firewood supply?
Actually, before it snowed, we got most of it out of our driveway. You remember that giant tree that crushed my Subaru?
Yep.
It sort of just laid in the driveway ever since. I would look at it bitterly when I went outside. We got most of that tree at least split up and put in the stack. But other than that, our firewood is not too good. We have something like 15 cords to go still.
Oh.
Winter can't be here yet. I'm not done with all my summer chores.
Yeah, I know. I feel like I'm burning too much wood.
Oh God!
I've just been cranking. I don't want my furnace to kick on. Yeah, it's I just don't want. I think the price of propane is going up this winter, so I just keep trying to make sure the furnace doesn't kick on. Oh, that sound! It has nothing to do with proximity, like how close you are to anything.
I can figure out. Is it something metal? I'm sitting by a sap bucket. Would that do it?
It must be my neighbor's electric fence.
Put the sap bucket somewhere else.
Ow! What happened? Are you okay?
It's metal. It's near me. What else is here? I'm near the answering machine.
Yeah, great.
And a lamp.
Cool. Awesome. You are in a technological kind of nightmare. Speaking of nightmares.
Because the phone is attached to the wall with a cord.
You need some virtual reality is what you need.
No.
Yes, you do.
The phone, at least.
You need some VR. VR. It's really a thing now,
I know. You make little virtual reality cardboard boxes that can go over your cell phone. Your sister has one. I think she got it in a cereal box.
Yeah, but it's not always like this beautiful fantasy land in there. I saw that a woman had reported a virtual groping.
What?
Yes. They went into the virtual reality helmet, and la-di-da, everything was going great with unicorns and dinosaurs and stuff like that. It was so beautiful. And then this guy came up and started chasing her and attacking her, and that virtual reality is so it triggers all these real responses inside our nervous system, and so she actually was having this experience of being physically attacked.
I don't really understand how virtual reality works, but when you do it, is it pre-programmed in, or are other people interacting with you? Like, was it another person in the game, or was it?
Yeah, I don't really know the answer to that. I just think that gamer culture has this odd streak of, well, not odd, heavy streak of misogyny.
Of course it does. I hate gamer culture.
Well, a lot of these guys escaped into coding at a young age, and I think they got socially stunted and they missed out on something.
That's why my kids are not allowed.
Yeah, if you have real women in your life, you can better understand reality, I'd say.
I hope so. Not all of them can, but.
Well, not the, who were we talking about before that we said was a, Lucy. Lucy. You don't want too many Lucys in your life, right?
No. Lucy is constantly assaulting.
She's a nag.
It's a little piano playing peanut. Schroeder.
Oh, I liked him too. He was kind of cute.
He's very, well, he's kind of passive aggressive in his reactions to Lucy's overt sexual, whatever it is she's doing.
Schroeder?
He lays there on his piano and she plans out their entire married life, and he just sort of rolls his eyes and continues with his Beethoven. That's a gentleman.
Oh, he's a musician, you mean?
Yeah.
He must be a bass player at heart. Yeah, no, I think they all have very special qualities. I remember now that I really liked Pigpen.
Does he ever talk, though? Does he have a voice?
I know he goes by in a cloud of dirt. That appealed to me somehow.
I think that Marcy and Peppermint Patty are lesbians, even though Peppermint Patty covers it up by trying to have a relationship with Charlie Brown.
Wow, you know way more about this than I do.
It's almost time to watch The Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown, because it's Halloween. I know you hate Halloween.
I just hate holidays.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
Look at all the hanging babies on your Christmas tree.
Well, I like having a tree in my living room. That's different than liking holidays.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, I like Halloween because you get to experiment with being someone else.
Yeah, I'm not going to any parties for that exact reason. I don't like to be deceived. It's not nice. It's not nice. Who thought that up? Like, oh, I'm going to come at you with a mask on and say something weird and you won't know it's me. Well, I mean, what's with that?
I'm just going to be like an animal or something. That's not so bad.
What kind of animal?
I don't know. I think I have a costume, like a cheetah costume.
That's offensive to animals.
That's my sister. So I'll have to scare up something from the kids' dress-up tub. Luckily, we're all the same size now, so I can wear their things.
Yeah, you're rationalizing the whole thing.
Yeah.
I just think it's wrong.
See, John goes too far with costuming.
Yeah, I heard about that. He dressed up. He had a diaper on last year.
Yeah, the giant baby was the creepiest costume I've ever seen, and he always stays in character of his costume the entire night, and that freaks me out.
That is fit. See,
like he was crawling around dragging a blanket.
Yeah.
At my sister's Halloween party.
You know what that is?
And he already looked really creepy. I mean, he's a grown man with hairy legs wearing a diaper crawling around the floor.
Yeah.
There's something very wrong about it.
That's called performance art.
Yep.
That's what it is. That's what he does because he's so creative.
I like the year he was the doctor. That was good. He could stay in that character for a while.
Well, you know what I think? I think that playing a grown man, playing a baby, and crawling around with a blanket, sucking his thumb, I think that's worse than the evil clowns.
It was probably the creepiest. I mean, even people who were pretty hardcore and don't get creeped out by things were like, "Oh man, that's disturbing."
If they hear about this, I mean, the whole clown thing is going to turn on its head, and it's going to start being grown men in diapers, scaring.
You know what?
Scaring
Someone
women.
just told me that whole clown scare was just some sort of publicity stunt for a movie. Do you think that's true? I'll have to Google it later.
I don't know.
When my computer doesn't make the robot noises happen.
You know, I just prefer to spread misinformation, so it doesn't really matter if it's true or not, right?
Are we doing here?
Yeah. It's good. It's good. It's all good, as they say. It's all good.
What?
Yeah. It's all good. It doesn't matter what.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. You don't want to dig too deep into things.
No, that's true.
No. Did you have anything for Personal Growth Friday? I did.
I'm going to personally grow my driving skills, maybe, and not use the brakes. It's so counterintuitive, driving in the winter. I have been driving since I was 15 years old. In Vermont, I always lived on a back road. I always lived on a really treacherous hill. What is the big deal?
You know, I'll tell you what's counterintuitive.
What?
It's having a biological creature like a human being put into this big hunk of metal that weighs a ton and trying to move that thing around on slippery substances. You know, why did we think, why did we set that up as a goal for ourselves as a human?
Airplanes are even worse.
Well, yes, of course.
A whole bunch of people into a flying hunk of metal.
Yeah, that's
not even a thing.
No, it's just badness.
That's really dumb.
It was bad planning from the start, but somebody like Sisyphus started the whole thing. Yeah, no, you fly too high, you're going to melt.
Just the snow would melt.
Be careful. Be careful. Well, that's
still coming down, okay? No sign of rain, no, nothing.
Really? Is it still snowing?
Yeah, really hard.
No, it's not. It doesn't even look like it's raining here. So it could be coming north to your house that the good weather is coming.
I'll have to, when we get off, I'll have to go out and take a couple more pictures just because it's ridiculous.
Okay.
Although, you know what? I'm sick of all of Facebook is just, I'm almost as sick of it as the political, no, not as sick of it as the political posts, but
yeah, I feel
everyone's like, it's snowing, they hate it or they love it, or they hate it or they love it, and everybody's posting a picture of their back deck.
Haven't we contributed to that somehow?
Yeah, I just totally posted a whole slew of them this morning when I was
I bet you did.
but it's gotten way deeper since then. So
it's
I feel
the
like, you know,
it's
the
that
earlier ones were like wussy. Now I have to add the new snow pictures.
that's the herd mentality.
It is.
It's like just being like cows.
I don't know.
People, I mean, we like cows. It's not that we dislike cows.
I can't find my cow. She's hiding from this. I think she maybe went around to the back shed because she's nowhere in sight.
Yeah, why not? You should have done that.
I know. Definitely.
It's time for a song.
All right. Do you have any ways to personally grow us?
Yes, but it's time for a song.
Oh, okay.
So we'll grow after the song. I have the song. I'm taking an old playlist because it was just easy, and it's called "Babe, I'm Gonna Leave You," but I have no idea who it's by or who's singing or anything. But we'll find out.
Okay.
So let's see. We got to press that button. We got to put the fader up, and we got to double click. Here we go. Okay.
Are we back?
Yeah. That might have been Dayve Huckett. I don't know. I'm gonna check. I'll check it. I won't
today.
Well, what?
Because I'm on the phone and everything.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Well, when we turn this show into a podcast, we definitely note who the musical artists are and put their names in full and appreciate them and put better versions actually of their music onto the podcast because I feel obligated to do that as a musician and a recording engineer. So
that's nice of you.
Yes, thank you. Okay, Personal Growth Friday.
Woo!
Okay, here's our stimulus.
Okay.
Quote, "Hell hath no fury like a woman's scorn."
Ooh.
What do you
I've misquoted that quote before. I said, "Hell hath no fury like a woman who finds a melted brie in her purse."
Really? That's what you said?
So you know what? It's a mess. It's a real big mess, and it's a waste of perfectly good brie. I should never put brie in my purse. That was a really bad idea.
How were you feeling at the time?
I don't know. I was thinking I'll just put this brie in here and I'll take it out in a little bit, but I forgot that it was in there. And then, sometimes you throw your purse on the floor in the car, and that's where the heat comes out of. And brie is never in plastic wrap like other cheese. It's always in foil. And foil doesn't have great seams, so the brie can ooze out of the foil and be like all over your car keys and stuff.
Is this like a cautionary tale?
Mm-hmm. But anyway, okay, back to women being scorned, which is less bad than brie, but still bad.
I don't know. I think a woman's scorn is a pretty strong dose of medicine.
I think anybody scorned is a pretty strong thing.
Well, do you think of that as being a biased statement? Do you think that there is no difference between the genders when it comes to scorn?
Yeah, I don't think there's any difference. In fact, I've found men, in my life anyhow, to be far worse when scorned than women.
Oh.
Because it's like an insult to their masculinity on top of just the general scorning.
I see.
I think women tend to feel hurt and bitter, but men feel hurt and furious.
Well, see, that's what I was actually going to say, that when, for example, when I get into a place of extreme scorn towards somebody, it's tapping into this wellspring of anger. So I don't really act on it. I feel angry, but I don't, like, the anger isn't projected out. It's usually projected in, like, oh, I'm horrible, I must have deserved that, blah, blah, blah. Whereas I think that's kind of a woman's natural. Society has sort of made us internalize our anger, whereas men are able to put anger out there. It's more acceptable for them. Right, but I feel like if we could harness the power of scorn, sort of like renewable energy.
Oh yeah,
we could.
Pissed off women could completely change the world.
Yeah, think what we could power.
If we were really not freaked out by being pissed off.
Yeah, I'm working on that. I'm actually working on it really diligently, because I have a huge amount of anger, which I don't get to act out, really much at all.
Me too.
Yeah, really?
Really pissed off together.
Yeah, let's knock our heads together. Shoot, I am going to miss having grilled cheese with you today so badly.
I'm really looking forward to it.
Yes,
There's
because
not even really any cheese at my house, which is really
no, I don't believe it.
Not even melted brie in the purse. There's really nothing. So.
That is so bad, and I bought cheese yesterday.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So
maybe John will bring me home some cheese.
My cheese is at my house. The grilled cheese is down at the diner. And you have no cheese?
Well, I think there's some, like, Parmesan or stinky.
Oh, that's not going to do it. That's not going to cut it.
That's all right. You know what? I'll do something else, like dairy product. I will do, maybe I'll make some hot cereal with milk, because that will kind of give me a big lactose lump in my
Are you talking cream of wheat? Are you talking
I
oatmeal?
love cream of wheat.
Yeah, I knew you were. Because I don't think you could get the cheese satisfaction out of oatmeal.
No, I don't know why.
No.
It feels too healthy.
Yeah, cream of wheat is the only one that could really be kind of mush in there.
Sugar, a little maple syrup.
Oh, God.
That kind of thing.
Yeah, I was actually going to talk about grains today. Isn't that fascinating? I was because I was at the co-op yesterday, and I stood in front of the grain bins, and I said, okay, you're going to choose something besides rice. You're going to get a different grain.
What other grain is there?
Well, I stood there for about 15 minutes looking at the grains, and there was...
they're very mysterious.
Yeah, yes and no. I mean, let me see. I had the list here of all the grains that I looked at. I looked at...
Can be okay.
Well, yeah, except the last time I got quinoa, I got grain moths in it. I had to throw it out the other day.
You got what in it?
Grain moths.
Oh, those little, like, silverfish-looking things?
Yeah, you look in the jar and your grain's moving.
That's really gross.
Yeah, it's pretty gross. So I wasn't in the mood to get more quinoa.
No.
And why?
Quinoa looks too much like caviar.
Yeah. And you might say, why not then amaranth, for example? And then I thought, no, that is too weird even for me. Although,
I don't know what that is.
Well, it has tons of calcium. It has 4 times as much calcium as wheat.
Whoa.
And then what about,
See you later, osteoporosis.
Yeah, right on. Yeah, don't drink milk. Don't drink milk, stupid people.
Great.
Eat some kale. How about buckwheat? Yuck. No way am I going to eat buckwheat.
Hey, you can't talk. You can't talk for like 2 minutes.
What? You can't talk after eating buckwheat?
La, la, la.
What?
No, that doesn't work either.
Okay. How about couscous? Couscous is comfort food. That's what made me think of it. It's like,
I don't even, you just sound like a robot.
well, I don't care what I sound like. I'm talking about the nutritional value of couscous, which is probably 0.
So we can say all the swears.
How about corn?
Come on now. I'm glad I didn't say all the swears after all.
Yeah, good for you.
Yeah.
That's a lot of self-control you've got.
I have some restraint now and then.
You do. When you need it, you've got it.
Mm-hmm. All right, so back to your weirdo grain.
The only other grain I wanted to mention today was cornmeal. And
oh, hey, that's a good thing.
yes, you can make
Cornbread
and polenta.
Butter on it.
Polenta in the winter with the grated cheese is the best.
Yes.
And
maybe that's what I'll make. I think we do have some of that.
Okay, here's a cool tip that I found out is that Butterworks Farm that makes that delicious Vermont maple yogurt, they grow their own corn and they make cornmeal.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know what I like to do when I do cornbread?
What?
Is just put some whole corn in it, too.
Oh, that's a great idea.
It's so
I
yummy.
love that. And it's pretty. It's pretty. It looks good. Yeah.
It's good.
It looks so good.
Now I'm all hungry.
Ooh. Well, you can always get in your car and try again. It's still coming down? That does not bode well for me getting home.
I know. Well, if you can't make it to your home, you can try to make it to mine if you want. But I don't know if you have the same tires, right?
Yeah, I have
Car automatic or standard?
standard.
Huh.
Yeah, I do not have my snow tires, but I have fairly new all-weather tires currently.
Yeah. What does all-weather mean? I think all-weather means for, like, New Jersey, though.
Yeah, it does. I don't, that's ridiculous. I call them summer tires.
Yeah.
For me, they're summer tires.
Tires are summer tires in Vermont.
Oh, but you're gonna be so excited that last weekend when I went to Ithaca, I met my Polish cousins.
Polish? I thought you were Greek.
Yeah, but my stepmother has 6 nephews, and listen to their names. They're the coolest names. Pavo, Andrzej, Josef, Michał, Konrad, Dominique. And what I really wanted to tell you is that Andrzej has a cheese shop in Vienna. I thought you'd be interested.
Let's go see him.
Yeah, I think we should go see him, or we should send him some Vermont cheese.
How are we going to get to Vienna, though, if we won't go in the big hunks of metal that fly in the sky? Can we go on a boat?
Let's take a dog sled over the Bering Strait.
All right.
What do you think? I mean, before global warming sort of takes over there.
Yeah.
Then,
and all the ice caps or calving or whatever it's called.
yeah, because I'd feel fine about dog sled.
Although, you know what? We watched some dog sled movie that was supposed to be a Disney movie, and it said on it, like, heartwarming family film or something.
Oh, did it? The dog's dying?
Dog sled group, and there's a giant storm coming, and they don't have enough room in the helicopter, so, like, the guys at this base have to, like, fly away, and they're going to come back in a few days for their dogs, but they get trapped away, and they can't come back for their dogs, and there's not enough funding to get them back to their base, so the dogs have to stay alone, tied up for like 7 months, and, you know, some of them die, and eventually they, like, chew their way out, or they get so skinny they can slip their collars, and they kill seagulls or something.
Wait a minute.
They live
in
the Arctic.
This is a children's movie?
Ages, and then finally the people come back, and they say they finally get, like, a couple of the dogs. But, like, nothing is sadder than movies where dogs die. Hello, that is not a happy family film.
Yeah.
I cried to the whole stupid movie.
No, that would be so hard for me to watch. I would keep going to the kitchen to get cheese and stuff because that would hurt me.
Die in movies. You make a movie where a dog dies, I'm never watching it ever.
Yeah, I agree. Like there's some classic
Old Yeller. Oh my God!
Oh, forget Old Yeller. I can't watch that. What about? Have you read The Yearling?
Oh yeah. Terrible.
Just don't go there.
The world is bad enough, you guys, without making like.
I mean, maybe
innocent animals bite the dust. That's not okay.
Yeah, I just feel like maybe if you were sitting by the wood stove and you had a week to just sit there with hot chocolate and the snow coming down, then maybe you could read a sad animal story and just imbibe it so fully that you would, that your compassion towards animals would just be allowed to kind of become a thing.
I don't know.
Because there are ways that stimulating our compassion can change the world, and
that's
so
true. I know. Some sad movies, I still think are good.
That's right. You can't just be reading one chapter of that book and then have to go to work the next day.
No.
It's not right.
But unnecessary killage of animals in fiction is just silly.
Yeah, and have you been alone with your thoughts lately?
My socks?
No, your thoughts.
Oh, thoughts.
I did.
I'm alone with my socks right now.
I was walking around the house.
This is why I hate talking on the phone. I can never hear what people say, and then I'm just ridiculous the whole time.
It's but this show is based.
They're always here. I don't know. Yes.
This show is just based on that kind of misinformation. So I think it's fine here. It's frustrating in real life,
God,
but
that should be our new motto. Like,
yeah.
Emily and Christina, alone with their socks.
Well, that's what I wanted to talk to you about, because we have to expand the title of our show so that Google picks up more sort of what that
keywords or
something.
Whatever they're called.
Yeah, whatever this is about. Like, I don't even know what this show is about.
Yeah, I don't either.
Well, if somebody out there is listening and they actually get a sense of what a keyword might be to describe the show, will you please send it to us on Facebook or something? Because
and not a stupid keyword like zany. Don't say that we're zany.
That's
please.
what I thought. I thought zany, but that, you don't want people Googling zany and coming up with us, do you?
No,
they're going to be disappointed.
SquarePants when they Google zany.
SquarePants? What?
That sponge cartoon guy.
Oh, Bob?
Yeah.
Everybody's named Bob.
Everybody is named Bob.
Look, I think we have to get off the air. I think. Let me just check the time.
Are you playing music?
I could. I mean, I'm supposed to. I just got to find another playlist because this one didn't have an extra. Oh, we could do Brian Clark's The Lake. We could try that. That's a really cool number. Well, okay.
Oh, no, and the robot's back.
Oh, sorry. Well, anyway, you've been listening to 11th Hour Radio, streaming live from South Royalton, Vermont on a snowy, rainy day. And somehow you managed to have both hosts. We're not guests, we're hosts.
I'm just waiting it out.
All right. Well, you better just sign off then.
There, it's done.
Sign off in a nice way, Emily.
Okay, bye. I love you all. I'm so sorry that I'm stuck here in my home alone with my socks.
Okay, see you next week. And
bye, guys.
Okay, bye.
you.